My X2 is back from the lake, the river, Erie. Had a lot of fun, been riding it a lot, and now it's time to fix some little things that need to be addressed. First thing I'm doing is changing out this kill switch because there's not a lanyard, which I never thought I would want a lanyard, but I had a little incident on the river last week. If you were to bail off the jet ski, it's supposed to idle in a circle and basically come back to you, and you just hop back on it. Mine did not. It did a huge radius semicircle and then just went straight. So if it wasn't for my friend on his jet ski stopping it, now obviously it's only going like 3 miles per hour, so it's not like it's gonna, blast through the side of someone's boat or anything, but still, I don't know how far it would have gone. I don't know how long it would have taken me to get my jet ski back. It was just gonna idle forever, it seemed like. So what I'm gonna do is put on this faceplate. It doesn't require any wiring at all. You just switch these two pieces out, because this is off of a Kawasaki TS, and it is the style that requires a little lanyard in there in order for the ski to run. So that way, if I bail off and I'm not able to hold onto the handlebars, the ski will just die, and I just go swim back up to it and get back on. Going to be the easiest modification ever. New and old, side by side. You can still see the buttons are gonna be in the same spot, so they'll actually make contact to work the starter and kill switch. Now, you can replace this entire thing, but you would just have to do some wiring. I mean, the wires just run back into the e-box. But I didn't want to do any wiring, and that's what this allows me to do. Perfect. All right, happy with that. Next order of business. I think I'm gonna do this now. I'm just hoping this isn't too annoying to peel off. Oh wow, look at that. It's coming off surprisingly easily. All right, that came off horribly, and all the adhesive is still there. That'll soften it up. I'll scrape it off with a razor blade, and then new guy will go on. New stickers on. Next chore is going to be using this stuff for these rubber pads that go in the rear. These little rubber pieces that hold this hose to the hull, and this bracket that actually broke loose. I need to glue that back onto the hull up here. Before I do that, I gotta get all this sand out of here. That's what it looks like. I'm just letting that side dry, and I'm gonna do the same to this side now. This is what the internet has shown me on YouTube of what to do. It says a light coat, but I'm worried I'm not going to put enough on, because I would hate to lose this piece in the lake or something. But I think that's good. Then on this guy. It's a little bit sticky, but it's no longer liquid. So I'm gonna try to line it up and slap it together. I'm not sure if I want to extend the hydro turf down to here, which is where it's supposed to go, or just leave it like that. I don't mind it like that, but we'll see. And I do have this trim piece that goes on that side. It's at my brother's house. I just have to grab it. But next is going to be gluing these back onto the hull in here. And I don't know how they broke off. It goes right there and there. But all they do is just hold this hose and prevent it from hitting the exhaust and melting. As you can see, it started to melt through a little bit. So that's a nice easy fix. That'll take like 2 seconds. That should be okay. Apparently just these 2 longer top bolts hold the e-box to that bracket. So that only took 2 seconds. I thought I had to do all the bolts that surround it. But they do not have to come off. So this thing is loose. Gives me a little bit more room to get a brush in there and start fixing that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Really don't know if that's gonna work, but those little rubber things are glued on. It didn't work good the first time, so I scraped the shit off and reapplied it, let them dry, and stuck them back on. And I'm not gonna touch them. I'm just gonna hope they dry over the next couple days and they'll be good to go. And the X2 is pretty much right where I want it. It's pretty much done. I'm going to pick up the seat right now. It got reupholstered. That's gonna look brand new. And the only thing I'm not happy with is my oil cap. Looks horrible. And I'd like to just get a fuel door for it to, you know, complete the look, and probably do something about the front bumper. I'd love to find an OEM gray front bumper that's not, you know, destroyed and faded, but that's probably not gonna happen. So other than that, everything that I glued down in the last clips are, you know, dried and cured now. The e-box bracket has a little bit of play. I'm kind of expecting it to break off again while I'm on the water today, but we'll see. Not a big deal. And then that right rear bumper, I don't have the OEM hardware for it, but I just threw some in there and it's good enough for now. Finished product. That's the hardware I used. It's whatever. But the seat makes a huge difference. And other than that front bumper and the fuel door, I'm stoked with how it looks. Rode it for not even 5 minutes and I lost that fucking piece. I am so pissed. I am so pissed. And I didn't even think about it, but my brother said they probably glue it down as well as use the hardware. And I didn't glue it. So I lost that. I'm fucking pissed. I have to find a new one. And I don't know where I'm gonna do that because they're scarce. I just made a post on a Facebook group hoping to find one. And as I predicted, that glue did not hold at all. Which it wouldn't really matter. It just bothers me that, like, there's exposed wires potentially contacting the engine mount, or that's not the mount, that's the tray thing that the engine sits in. I mean, the mount's right under it, but anyway, I don't know. I gotta come up with a solution for that, but I'm so pissed about that. So pissed. I don't have any good riding footage that isn't the GoPro chest mount, so I'll put a couple clips in at the end. I know, in my opinion, the GoPro perspective is kind of boring to watch. I would rather have somebody filming me from a boat or something, but I don't have that, so whatever. Before that, I will show, this was me today that my mom took, this blurry photo of me standing in the water next to the X2. And then in the top left, me on the exact same jet ski. And I was probably only, I don't know, probably 2 years old. So that was at least 20 years ago. I just thought that's the coolest thing ever to have those photos side by side. And then this is my brother. I don't remember how old he was. I think I said it in the first video. And then the picture of him today on the X2. So I don't know. I think that's really cool that we've had this thing since '94. I think that's awesome. And that's it for this video. Here's a little bit of riding footage, and then that's it. I appreciate the few of you guys that are watching these and leaving comments. So thanks.